Did you know it costs $0 to get 100 times better consumer business intelligence information using just catalog ads than anything else you could spend your money on? Today, I sat down with Dan, founder of Marpipe, to get into all the things that you need to know so that you could wildly level up. And by the way, if you don't know about Marpipe, you really should. It's the easiest way to make an extra 15 to 50% more money with every penny you spend on Facebook ads. There's a link down below. Check it out. You'll get a discount. Let's get back.
Let's talk about, is DPA just good for retargeting? Right? And number two, let's dive in on something I think is really important. That this is like a uniquely branded Charlie thing. The custom conversion events,
sure,
and the way that you have them set up, I thought was really compelling. So hit a little bit on that. Like, what is custom conversion events? Why are they important, specifically as it relates to prospecting?
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about custom conversion events, specifically how it relates to prospecting. There are really three things that I think 99% of marketers don't even know exists. And the 1% that do know exist, about half of them screw it up. So we're talking like edge use case people that are actually getting it right. Maybe 1 in 200, 300 people gets most of the way there. There are three things. Number one, you can use custom conversion events to understand if it's a new customer or a returning customer. Now that becomes really powerful with your catalog ads because you can understand what are CAC products and what are LTV products. And ultimately, that means you can weaponize specific product sets to be customer acquisition devices and other ones to be LTV devices, which ultimately allows you to have different allowable CPAs and different performance metrics. Phenomenal. Right now, so many people think, I know what my CAC is. And I guarantee you, you're wrong. Your CAC is total amount spent divided by total net new customers. That's not actually what you're paying. If you say, all right, I spent $1,000 and I got 40 net new customers, or I got 50 net new customers, make the math easy, then that means you have a $20 CAC. But it also means that every single repeat purchase was free. Or you could say, well, I've got a $20 blended CPA because I made 50 sales out of my $1,000. That means your CAC was zero. You're backing into a number. So it's kind of nonsense. Yeah. Why that matters for the custom conversion event is I can understand what is my CAC by product in my catalog.
Well, so just take one step back.
Sure.
What is a custom conversion event?
All right. So custom conversion events is something where you can define either based on offline data or around pixel data. You can say certain events are not only a purchase or a lead or whatever. You can define it as that and something else. So for instance, with the new customer side, I could say, I want to upload every time my Shopify reflects a new customer, I'm going to upload that. I make 100 sales. Maybe one of those sales is a new customer or 99 of them is a new customer. Right now, you only see purchase. And to be fair, in your catalog ads, you don't even know what products are being purchased. Custom conversion events will cover that, and we'll get to that in a second. But I can know of 100 sales if I upload an offline conversion event, which it can be a custom event. And then I can know individually which product was sold that acquired a new customer. And to set up your custom conversion events, you can go to the data sources and then event manager section. In the top right side of your screen, there's a little button that says create event, and then below, or create. And then below that, the very first option is create custom event. And then you can have, it's this thing with the URL parameter, and you can have it based on content IDs or post IDs or other events you're uploading. And so it's a really great way of segmenting your information. I look at it as you have a bunch of purchases. Let's put them in files. Let's organize the data.
Right. So what would be like a good, like, let's take like a real life example, right?
Sure.
I think this was really important for people to understand, like, cause the way setting up these custom conversion events is like, can tell you, it's really like a business intelligence tool if you set it up the right way. And so like, let's run through an example. Like, let's take like a leather goods company, for example, right? Like, how do you think like a leather goods company should set up custom conversion events? Like, walk through like how you would really think about that for them. Like, what should the events be specifically?
So for, let's say, a leather goods company, you're probably making shoes, bags, wallets, belts, jackets, things of that nature. All right. If I'm running a catalog ad, number one complaint, I don't know what product sold. I only know what got spent. Maybe I get impressions and click data. Awesome. You're flying blind and you're basically just measuring for incremental lift, which, by the way, you should be doing all the time anyway, because you have no idea. Attribution's a lie. That's a whole other thing. So let's say I have custom conversion events set up for product category. And I can know that I got a bunch of spend by each individual SKU by breaking down. If you go to your DPA campaign, your catalog, and you hit breakdown, and then you go to delivery, and then at delivery at the very bottom of the list is product ID. You can now understand spend, impressions, clicks by product ID SKU.
Yeah.
And if you have custom conversion events that say when somebody buys a bag, any bag, upload this as an offline conversion event, or upload this as a custom conversion event that is a bag seller.
Defined as bag purchase.
It's defined as a bag purchase.
So the events that we're tracking here are not like your typical pixel events that people are used to, which is simply like page view, add to cart, purchase. The events we're tracking here are categories of products.
Right. So in your catalog, you generally have a product categories as something that a lot of people do. You should probably have that, especially if you want to run on Google too. Probably a good idea to have the category.
Like the same way you have it organized on your website. You have a drop-down menu of your categories. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if it's a purchase of something that's a bag, you can upload that information. You're going to have that purchase defined as a bag buyer. When you look into your Facebook dashboard and you have those custom conversions, they now appear as new columns. So instead of having no idea what sold, you can now go to, I spent on these 100 items and 20 of them drove a bag purchase. You can actually get down to the individual item, the individual day. If you break down by hour and delivery, you can get down to the individual like 60 minutes and your cost per each one of the items of that category. Which means you can now understand how effective is my catalog at driving bag sales or wallet sales or jacket sales or pants or like boots or whatever it is that you're selling.
All right, so now that we know how to use DPA ads to improve business intelligence with custom conversion events, let's weaponize that with something that 99% of people don't even know exists, and half the people that do get dead wrong. If you do this right, you can see 60 to 200% improvement in your profit margin with every dollar you spend on Facebook catalog ads. Check this out. It's about optimizing your product feed. You cannot afford to miss this one.